Hi everyone, my name is Suzanne and I'm a Chinese metaphysics master in Hong Kong. Today we're going to dive back into Feng Shui and specifically into the seven-star robbery activation. And I will give you a date on which you can actually activate this seven-star robbery formula. The seven-star robbery formula is one that is largely kept a secret in the Feng Shui or Chinese metaphysics community, but it is very powerful activation or method to usher in abundance. Now, abundance doesn't just necessarily mean money. Yeah, so anything that you associate with abundance or prosperity is being activated or is being boosted or kickstarted by a seven-star robbery activation. So it's not just to do with money, although of course a lot of people associate it with it. And if you associate this with money, that's fine, but you need to be aware that any sort of abundance, any sort of prosperity can enter your life thanks to the seven-star robbery activation. Yeah, so an abundance of help and assistance, for example, or an abundance of opportunities that could eventually lead to maybe financial gains. But it's more like an abundance of opportunities that may come in. Whether or not you then seize those opportunities, that's up to you. It could also be an abundance of emotional health or physical health or an abundance of friendship or an abundance of love. These kind of things are all being triggered by a seven-star robbery activation. But again, of course, you can use it for financial means. Now, the date you have to mark in your calendar is the 12th of May. And the activation needs to happen at 9:19 a.m. Yeah, so that's a very specific time. Now, as always, do not worry about converting this into any other time zone. This is your local time wherever you are. So the 12th of May at 9:19 a.m. And you can do that at home or at the office or maybe both. If you are a business owner and you want to do this in both locations, you may just need the help of someone else because you can't be in two places at the same time. So I personally do this at home. But again, if you want to do this at your office or in your private residence, it's entirely up to you or in both locations. All right, so this is the date, the 12th of May, 9:19 a.m. Now, the areas that we are concerned with or that need to be activated and triggered are the south, the east, and the northwest. So it's three areas that we need to activate and trigger. So this is generally very simple, even for beginners. All you do is you stand more or less in the center of your home or your office, and you use the compass that you have on your phone. Open up the compass app and just check where's the south, where's the east, and where is the northwest in your property. And we are always most focused on the outermost or the widest most area of that pie slice rather than the center. In the center, the energies are rather muddled because they all come together there. So we're always focusing on the widest most area of these sectors. Now, don't worry if this is a toilet or a utility room or a bedroom or a kitchen or whatever. The usage of that area is entirely irrelevant. Yeah, so just identify where these sectors actually are without worrying too much about what they are used for. Because the energies don't care. Yeah, the energies don't worry about whether that's a kitchen or a bedroom or a living room. So just make sure that you actually have these sectors in your home. And also importantly, they have to be inside your home or your office. So if you have a balcony, let's say in the northwest, the activation needs to happen inside your home, not outside on the balcony, right? So everything inside the actual property. Now, some people may have an irregular floor plan where one of these sectors is missing. You can still do the activation, but it will be far less effective. Now, if your south sector is missing, then it will not work. So the south sector is the most critical here in anyway, in period 9, the south sector is the area of your home or your office that actually connects you to period 9 energy. So in any case, it's the most important area. But let's say you have the south and the northwest and the east sector is missing because you have an irregular floor plan. You can still do the activation, it's just less effective. So ideally, we have all three of them present. Now, this is because we have to actually trigger three areas. It is a bit of a complex activation, but don't worry. I'll explain to you how you need to do this and what you need to do. So in the south, you must put a water feature, and that's the first activator that you have to place at 9:19. That's the first thing you do. So in the south, you place a water feature. And this has to be a relatively big water feature. So we're talking about a minimum of 40 liters of water. So just get a big, big bucket. The color of the bucket doesn't matter. The material of the bucket doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether it's on the floor or whether it's on a shelf. Like, really don't overthink these things. Just get a big, big container of water. It needs to be open at the top. And you need to create a fountain effect. So what you do is you get a water pump from an aquarium shop, and you just attach a PVC pipe onto the spout of the water pipe, and that can then create a fountain effect like this. If you just have still water, it won't really work. And if you have moving water without the fountain effect, the effect is very, very small, right? So we want to really, really trigger the energies there. So this is the first thing that you do on the 12th of May at 9:19. You put this water feature in the south sector and turn it on and make sure it bubbles up. It's like it's a fountain effect, right? Now, in the northwest and in the east, if you have windows in those sectors, open the windows. If you have a balcony in these sectors, just open the balcony windows in those sectors. If you don't have windows, then you just put a fan there and make sure that the fan blows towards the center of the home or the office, right? So let's say you have a window in the east, but no window in the northwest. In that case, you open the window in the east, also immediately after you've installed the water feature in the south, and then in the northwest, you place a fan there that blows towards the center of your apartment. Yeah, very, very simple. Now, if you have a window in the south, that would also be excellent if you could open the window together with having the water feature there. Yeah, so ideally both, that would be fantastic. But if you don't have a window in the south, just putting the water there is great. So south must have water. If you can also open a window, great. If not, never mind, as long as you have the water there. In the east, either open window, balcony doors, or install a fan. If you don't have windows in the east and in the northwest, then you just install two fans, right? And they need to blow constantly towards the center of your home. Now, this activation is one where you need to actually leave it until the next day. So you install it at 9:19 a.m. in the morning of the 12th of May, and you leave it there until the end of the day of the 13th of May. So overnight, and then into the 13th of May, you remove all of the activators by, I don't know, 11:30 p.m. on the 13th of May, right? Or whenever on the 13th, if for whatever reason it's impossible for you to remove it in the evening of the 13th of May, then just leave it at least for 24 hours. Yeah, so from 9:19 a.m. on the 12th to 9:30 a.m. on the 13th. So leave it at least for 24 hours, but ideally till the end of the day on the 13th of May. And once you've done this, once you've installed this activation, once you've activated these areas, perform activities that you associate with abundance. Yeah, so whether that has to do with financial matters or maybe health matters or relationships is entirely up to you. But you need to then, once you've activated the energies, you need to conduct an activity or several activities that are related to your perception or your interpretation of the word abundance and prosperity. If it is financial and you are a business owner, you could launch a campaign, you could launch a new product service, or you put out a promotion, or apply for a loan, or whatever it is. these kind of things. And otherwise, just on a personal level, just ask yourself, what do you associate with abundance and prosperity? Perform those actions. All right. So hopefully this helps, and hopefully you get really, really good results with the 7-star robbery activation. Let me know how it goes in the comment section below. And of course, if you do have questions or if you would like to have an actual feng shui audit with me, please do contact me. My email address is in the description to the video. And in the meantime, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with anybody who may be interested, and please subscribe to my channel. I post 3 times a week, and I always try to give you tips and tricks that are instantly applicable. All right, see you guys soon. Take care.